Hi everyone, I'm Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I practice outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. Our clients, however, are all throughout the United States. So if you have any kind of immigration issue, immigration question, we can definitely help you with your immigration case. So we always start off our live. We're streaming on both Facebook and on TikTok. Handle is at Agarwal Immigration. If you haven't liked us already, make sure you like us. If you haven't followed us on TikTok, make sure you follow us on TikTok and share this, of course, with other people that might have immigration questions. If you have friends that can think of immigration related questions that have kind of confusion related to their immigration cases, that this is an opportunity for them to kind of show up on this live and ask those general immigration questions. So I'm an immigration lawyer. I practice all types of immigration law, including employment-based immigration, humanitarian cases, and also family-based immigration cases. So if we can help you, call us for a confidential consultation. But if you just have that one-off question, this is the opportunity to ask that. Okay, so the question of the day that I wanted to start off with today is, do I need my spouse to apply for a green card? Do I need my spouse to be eligible for and apply for a green card? Okay, so that's the question. The answer is no, not always, not always. It is possible to apply for your own green card without your spouse. If you're married to a US citizen or a green card holder, you can apply for work authorization, you can apply for travel authorization, and ultimately a green card without your spouse involved or even knowing if you qualify, right? These are for people that have challenges in their marriage, that have problematic marriages where their spouse is unwilling to help or has been hurtful or harmful to them, either emotionally or physically. They might qualify, or they will qualify, to apply for a green card, to a permit, travel authorization, and a social security card. It is absolutely to apply for a green card without your spouse. We do many of these cases, and we would love to help you if you would like to proceed with this route. Okay, you can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, that is, I just forgot my ticker on Facebook here, so I put that on with our phone number. But again, that's 703-348-1663. You can schedule a consultation with us. If you call our office after hours, we are only open till 5 p.m. Eastern time, but you can always call any time of the day, leave a message, and we will get back to you. While I'm talking here, feel free to put your questions in. So someone is saying that they called our office, there was no answers. We get a ton of calls, right? We get a ton of calls. You will always get a call back. You will always get a call back, but just know our office is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to call our office, call us during those times. And most likely, even if we miss your call, we give you a call back. That is our policy. We will give you a call back. All right, great. Okay, now I'm here to answer immigration questions, right? I'm an immigration lawyer and I'm here to answer immigration questions. So feel free to put them in there if you have it, okay? Hi, Doris. Nice to see you. Great, so another question. Hi, Gurjot. Nice to see you. Feel free to put in where you're from. I'd be happy to help you. This is an opportunity for you to kind of ask these questions that you might be wondering the answers to, all right? Danvi saying, how does 10 years cancellation work if you have a letter on time and be set and all some like this? I'm not sure exactly what your question is, but I think I know. Let me rephrase it maybe. Okay, Danvi saying if you enter from the border, right, absolutely. Okay, so cancellation of removal is a form of relief, right? It's called of removal, and it is only available if you are in immigration court, right? It's only available if you are in immigration court. All right, so cancellation of removal is a form of relief if you are in immigration court. So basically that means that you entered illegally, maybe you got caught, or maybe your status expired and got picked up and got a notice to appear, right? So that's essentially a notice to say that you're now in immigration court and they're going to start removal proceedings against you. That's what that means. While you're in immigration court, you can ask for all different types of relief. Some people ask for asylum. You can ask for as many as you want, right? You can ask for asylum. Some people are married to US citizens or green card holders and they ask for what's called adjustment of status. Other people ask for what's called cancellation of removal, which is what Danvi is bringing up right now. So cancellation of removal has different criteria if you're a green card holder or if you're not a green card holder, okay? So if you are in removal proceedings and you're a green card holder and you did something to trigger these removal proceedings against you, there's a whole list of criteria that helps you qualify. And you can probably find this online fairly easily, to be honest. Same thing if you're not a green card holder, you get put in removal proceedings. I was talking to a lawyer. If you're in removal proceedings, you have a much, much, much higher chance of success if you are in immigration court, if you work with an attorney. Okay, so that's something you should definitely think about. But you can ask for as many forms of relief as you want, and cancellation of removal is another way to try and basically stop the proceedings, right? Stop the proceedings. You would get a work permit. If you won, you'd be able to have permission to live here in the US indefinitely. Unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to go in and out of the country, but you would be able to be here and your removal proceedings would be stopped. So the way you do this is through things like some of the criteria. There's a lot, and we would want to go through your specific case. So I would say if you have that, call us for a consultation. But good moral character is one of them. You have to be in the US for a certain amount of time. It's different if you're a green card holder versus someone who doesn't have any status at all. Other extreme hardship factors come into play as well. So different types of evidence showing that you are a good human being, you're of good moral character, that you don't have a criminal history, things like that will help you. But of course, it's going to be different for each person. Your package that you apply with is going to be different for each person. So I'd want you to call and schedule a consultation. If not with our firm, then with really any law firm, to any immigration law firm, of course, that handles removal proceedings, that can kind of walk you through and see and prepare the best argument for you in immigration court. Okay. And just remember, you don't necessarily, you don't have to just stick with cancellation of removal. You might qualify for asylum. You might qualify for adjustment of status, a lot of different options. So you want to make sure you assess all of that, and the law firm that's applying for you, I would say make sure that they put the best case forward. So sometimes that means doing more work and more applications. So you want to think about that as well. Okay. Har says, hi, miss. Hi, how are you? Great. Gurjot says, my individual hearing was on September 22nd, 2022. Now no hearing in the system in New York. A lot of COVID-based things are getting rescheduled. I would call the immigration court to see what's happening with your case. Or you could do what's called a Freedom of Information Act request, and you could get all of the records either in court or even by USCIS. You can do that and get all of the records of your case, and hopefully that will provide you more information. Okay. Har says, I'm from California. I'm a U.S. citizen. Can I bring my brother and sister? My mom passed away. Yes, absolutely. So let's review again. Who can U.S. citizens sponsor, right? Who can U.S. citizens sponsor? If you're a U.S. citizen, you can sponsor your parents, you can sponsor your spouse, you can sponsor all of your kids, minor, not minor, so over 21, and also married children, right? So that's someone that green card holders can't sponsor. So you can sponsor all of your children, whether they're married, whether they're minor kids, or whether they're older than 21 and unmarried. So you can sponsor any of those people. And in addition to that, you can sponsor brothers and sisters. I'm going to note that for sponsorship for brothers and sisters, it's a pretty long wait time. All right. It's a pretty long wait time. I would say, I think it's like close to 15 years. So you want to consider that, right? You can certainly bring your brother and sister and sponsor them. If they're minor, maybe you can consider some kind. She said her mom passed away, right? So if your siblings are minor children, you can consider perhaps a humanitarian parole, or maybe you're becoming the guardian and you're adopting them. Maybe they're orphans. There's different ways to apply. So depending on your circumstances, you might be able to bring them here. But if you're just sponsoring based on sibling-based sponsorship, you can definitely do that. However, it's a long wait time for a green card to become available for them. So that's just something to keep in mind. Okay. Again, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration lawyer. I'm based right outside of DC in Arlington, Virginia. Our clients, however, are all throughout the United States. We do consultations for people all throughout the country, from coast to coast. So if you would like us to consult with you on your immigration case, if you're just wondering what your options are, we can certainly chat with you on that. Okay, so give us a call. We're at 703-348-1663. Thanvi, I think I am missing your question here. Thanvi says, I'm a citizen. My husband has a work permit for 11 years. So can we apply for it? He has an NTA later. So if you're a U.S. citizen, your husband might be able to apply maybe you're talking about your cancellation of removal. But if you're a U.S. citizen, he might be able to apply for adjustment of status, right? But it depends on his circumstances and his situation. So we would want to know if he had a legal entry at some point, then maybe he might be eligible to apply. But you have a complicated case because your husband is in immigration court. So you want to talk to a lawyer, right? You should talk to a lawyer for sure, because you have an 80% higher chance of winning in immigration court if you use an attorney. Those are just the statistics. So you do not want to go to immigration court where there's removal proceedings against you without a lawyer. So either us or another firm that's near you, right? That's going to be the cheapest to obviously work with an attorney that's local to you. If you want to go through your options, I'm happy to chat with you on that. Give us a call. We're at 703-348-1663. If you know people that have immigration questions, don't forget to share our page with them. Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and on TikTok so you can find out when we go live. All right. How long does it take to schedule F2A interviews and the Mumbai consulate? So usually after it's a long process, right? It's a long process. So I would say from the time we submit information to the National Visa Center, which is just a document collection agency, it takes about 6 months to get an interview. This is pre-COVID. So post-COVID, everything is up in the air. It's hard to tell because so many embassies are closed. So we want to be able to, I can't give you kind of a clear time frame, but I say at least 6 months. Okay. Ravi saying, hi, good evening. When does the New York City court open for an asylum interview? I have no idea right now. They will reschedule you once they will reschedule you. But around here, asylum interviews are moving forward. So we are right outside of DC in Arlington, Virginia. And so we're right outside of DC in Arlington, Virginia. So our asylum office is located close to here. We're able to help you no matter where you are, though. So call us if we can talk to you about your asylum case. But a lot of offices are closed because of COVID. Things are reopening, though, as people are getting vaccinated, things are reopening. So just hang in there and keep checking frequently. Okay. You can always call the customer service number. Again, if you're just joining, I'm an immigration lawyer. My name is Pratibha Agarwal, and I'm based right outside of DC in Arlington, Virginia. But I help clients no matter where they're located. We are doing our consultations by Zoom or by phone based on your preference. And I actually do have some people that have started coming in person as well. Okay. Nirmal is saying, my case got qualified in March of 2020. Yes, it's taking a very long time. So normally about 6 months, but you're clearly way over the 6-month period. I would say just keep contacting the embassy. We've had some cases that have been sitting for a really long time also. And that's just because, for example, we have some Kabul, Afghanistan cases, and those have kind of gotten thrown up in the air, right? Because of all of the turmoil over there. So we've had some of that as well. So I would just say, keep calling the embassy. That's what I would do. That's what we can do for you. However, excuse me. However, there are more severe options like suing the government to make a decision on your case. I would suggest that we don't resort to that until we kind of exhaust all other measures, right? So calling the embassy, calling the NVC, even calling anywhere really to kind of try to get your case moving along. Good evening. Any good news on Plan C? Nothing new yet. We will definitely keep you posted if there's new information for you. All right. Excuse me. We have a few people that followed us. Great. Just make sure you share this with others. Share our page with others, just because they might have immigration questions. I know lots of you have friends that do have immigration related questions. All right. Gary says, you just speak English. Actually, I speak Kannada. So, too, that's best. And I understand Hindi. So if anybody wants to call and speak Hindi to me, which happens quite a bit, I'm happy to. I understand you, but I am terrible at speaking it. Vicky says, what about asylum? I applied in 2016, but I only got my work permit and social security number. So if you applied for asylum outside of court, you're going to get an interview scheduled. If you haven't had biometrics, you're going to have that scheduled. All of it can be kind of delayed, obviously. So just hang in there. Okay. All right, guys. I think I answered all of your questions. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you joining us. Call our office if we can help you. If you want to meet one-on-one on your case, I'd be happy to do a Zoom call with you. Excuse me, guys. I'd be happy to chat with you on that. Okay, we're at 703-348-1663. Thanks so much. I'll see you soon.